But we begin with the city of Milwaukee reporting its first child death of coronavirus. The young boy, just 14 years old.
New at 10, Stephanie Haynes reports this comes as county health officials are watching an uptick in cases among kids.
Since the start of the pandemic, data shows Milwaukee County has lost close to 1,100 people. Officials tell us now one of those is a 14-year-old boy. State data shows there have been 2 prior COVID-19 related deaths between the ages of 10 and 19. Wisconsin's first pediatric death was a high school student in Madison last November. The medical examiner's website says the main cause of death in this case is COVID, but the 14-year-old was also battling leukemia. Data from the Centers for Disease Control shows fewer than 280 kids have died from the virus since the start of the pandemic. Among the first 120 of those deaths, the CDC found 78% were children of color. Milwaukee County health officials are closely watching an uptick in cases among those 18 and younger.
We were averaging for kids about 5 cases on average over a 7-day period. So an increase of 5 to 15 is certainly significant, but we still are dealing with small numbers.
Darren Roush is the director of the Greenfield Health Department. He says he can only speculate why there's an uptick. He thinks spring break travel might be a factor or possibly spring sports.
The case increase over the last couple weeks is certainly concerning. I don't know if we have cause to sound an alarm yet.
Right now, children under 16 are not eligible for the COVID vaccine. Pfizer is the only shot authorized for 16-year-olds, but the company announced yesterday testing shows it is effective in kids as young as 12. The FDA still needs to give approval for that, and it could be about 6 months before we see shots in young kids' arms. But it still comes as good news to health experts.
This is a big step for us, for our community, to really be able to achieve that herd immunity we're talking about and to bring some normalcy to our children and keep them safe.
State data shows more than 7,600 16 and 17-year-olds across the state have gotten their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. In Milwaukee, Stephanie Haynes, TMJ4 News.
The medical examiner emailed us less than an hour ago confirming the cause of death as COVID-19 and that the teen had other health issues, including leukemia.